Welcome to Learn English Through Stories. Today, we are going to explore an incredible book that has changed the lives of many people around the world. It's called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This book isn't just about money, it's about how we think about money, how we can build wealth, and how we can achieve financial freedom. But here's the important thing, through this story, we are also going to help you improve your English. By listening to this story, you can learn new words, phrases, and ways of thinking, all while improving your language skills. So, sit back, relax, and let's begin. And remember, stick around till the end because there will be some great lessons that will not only improve your English but also inspire you. As Robert Kiyosaki was growing up, he had two very different father figures in his life. One was his biological father, whom he calls his poor dad, and the other was his best friend's father, whom he calls his rich dad. These two fathers had very different ideas about money and life. Poor Dad was very educated. He had a good job, and he always told Robert to study hard, get good grades, and find a safe, secure job. He believed that working hard and saving money was the best way to live. But despite his education and steady job, Poor Dad always seemed to struggle with money. You might be thinking this sounds familiar, right? Many of us are told to follow a similar path. Stay with me, though, because what happens next will really change the way you think. Rich Dad, on the other hand, didn't have a traditional education. He didn't have a degree or a high-paying job. But he understood one very important thing: the rich don't work for money. They make money work for them. This idea seemed strange to Robert at first, but it was a lesson that changed his life forever. Hang tight, this is one of those crucial turning points in the story, and it's going to make you rethink everything about money. Rich Dad told Robert that most people work hard for money, but they never learn how to make money work for them. They focus on earning a salary, paying bills, and hoping to save a little money. But they don't think about how to build wealth. They're stuck in what Robert calls the rat race. The rat race is the cycle of working for money, spending money, and working some more, without ever getting ahead. But Rich Dad taught Robert that the key to escaping the rat race is to focus on building assets, not just earning money. He said, an asset is something that puts money in your pocket. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. For example, a house might seem like an asset, but if you're paying a mortgage every month and it's costing you money, it's actually a liability. But if you own a property that brings in rental income, that's an asset because it's giving you money every month. And don't go anywhere. This is where the big shift happens. You're about to learn the key to financial freedom. At first, Robert didn't understand this. He thought all you needed was a good job and a house. But Rich Dad taught him that financial education was the most important thing of all. He said that most schools don't teach us how to manage money. Instead, they teach us things like history, math, and science. Those things are important, but they don't help us understand how to use money wisely. Rich Dad encouraged Robert to start thinking differently about money. Instead of focusing on saving and working hard to make money, he told Robert to focus on learning how money works. He said that when you understand how money works, you can use it to build wealth. Right now, you are on a journey of learning that's going to change the way you approach everything, so stay with me. As Robert grew older, he started learning more about how to build wealth. He learned that the key to success was not about earning more money, it was about using money to create more money. He started investing in real estate and businesses. He learned about taxes, corporations, and how to use these tools to his advantage. Through these experiences, Robert began to see the world of money in a completely different way. He realized that his poor dad's advice to work hard and save money wasn't enough. He needed to learn how to make money work for him, and he needed to take risks to do that. This is a crucial moment. You're about to find out how taking risks can actually lead to success, so keep listening. But it wasn't always easy. There were times when Robert was afraid to make a big investment, afraid to take a risk. He had doubts. What if he lost all his money? What if things didn't work out? These fears are something that everyone feels when they face challenges, but Rich Dad taught Robert that fear is one of the biggest obstacles to success. Rich Dad told him, the fear of losing money keeps people from ever becoming rich. But the key is not to avoid risk, it's to understand the risks and how to make smart decisions. Robert realized that taking risks was part of the process of learning. It was okay to make mistakes, as long as you learned from them. By overcoming his fears and taking calculated risks, Robert started building his wealth. He realized that the rich don't fear losing money, they focus on how to turn a small investment into something bigger. They understand that losing is just a part of the journey to success. This is one of those moments you don't want to skip, because learning how to manage your fears will be key to your success, just like it was for Robert. As Robert continued to grow his wealth, he learned more about how the system works. For example, he learned that taxes and corporations can be used to your advantage. The wealthy use corporations to pay fewer taxes and invest in things that will make them even more money. Rich Dad showed Robert how to use a corporation to protect and grow his wealth, something that most people don't understand. The key takeaway from all of this is simple: financial education is the key to becoming wealthy. The more you learn about how money works, the better decisions you can make with your finances. This is what set Robert apart from the people who only focused on getting a job and saving money. He learned how to build wealth through investments, businesses, and smart financial decisions. In the end, Robert understood that the greatest asset anyone can have is the ability to think differently about money. Instead of seeing money as something to be worked for, he learned to see it as a tool to create freedom. Today, Robert Kiyosaki is a successful entrepreneur, investor, and author. His journey wasn't easy, but through learning, adapting, and taking risks, he became the man he is today. And now, it's your turn to apply these lessons to your own life. So, what can we take away from this story? The lesson is clear: if you want to be successful and achieve financial freedom, you need to learn how to make money work for you, just like Robert did. And remember, the more you learn, the more you grow. The journey to wealth is a journey of learning how to use your knowledge, skills, and resources to create the life you want. Thank you for listening to this story on Learn English Through Stories. By listening to this video, you are already on your way to improving your English, and I hope you are also inspired to think differently about money and success. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep improving. Don't forget, the best lessons are always at the end, so stick around until the very last moment, because it's all worth it. We'll see you in the next video.